I
What's that? Oh. Glitter Dude actually had a question too. Can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you, but not.
Glitter Dude asks, it's not IDP, but Mixon, Chris Carson, or Amari Cooper, Robert Woods in standard. So I guess one of those four. Oh, I see. Mixon and Carson, or Cooper and Woods.
Well, I like Carson a lot. I'm actually going to play him in one of my fan duels. I just think Seattle's going to get back to that ground and pound. After getting smoked by the Saints at home, they go to Arizona, and I just think he's going to go back to what the winning formula. So I think Carson's a really good play this week.
Yeah, and the other one now, Woods or Cooper. I like Cooper, but I don't know about the matchups.
Well, Cooper's playing in New Orleans, which, yeah, Saints got a good defense. And then Woods is at home against Tampa Bay, which they should smoke them. So I think, there again, the Rams have so damn many receivers. That's the risk. I think the Rams are going to score a ton of points.
Yeah, and it might get to the point where if he doesn't score early, they may be running the ball quite a bit in the second half.
Right. That's the risk involved. I think Cooper's a safer play, personally.
Yeah. Of course, that might be the same thing too, because actually, who's Dallas play?
They're playing in New Orleans.
Oh yeah, so they might have to keep putting up points.
But that's a primetime game. They're playing Sunday night, and I love those primetime games. Those guys they seem like they give a little extra when they're on primetime.
Yeah.
So I think Cooper's a pretty good play. I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I think we pretty much thought Carson and Cooper.
Oh.
Ha. I got this figured out. Wow.
Well, it takes a little time,
Yeah, it does. A lot going on. Can you still see it, or you guys got my face back on?
No, it's all good on my end.
Yeah.
Hopefully we didn't lose Glitter Dude and he comes back next Tuesday.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Takes a little patience.
Yeah. Not ready for prime time. Oh, that's on Chromecast. Got me lost. Do we still have a viewer? It says we got 5 right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I first came in, it said 3, and I was like, "Does that mean it's just us 3, or?" But then I saw there were some questions there.
All right, so back to the show. How about that? One more time. We're going with who? Cooper Kupp? Robert Woods?
Uh, Robert Woods and Chris Carson.
Sticking
You
with
thought Woods?
Carson,
I
huh?
thought Cooper and Carson.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Amari Cooper, right though?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm right. I'd be all over
I'm
Amari
sorry.
Cooper. Jimmy did really well getting Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Dallas has learned how to use him compared to what Oakland was doing with him. So.
Yep.
But the Saints got a pretty good secondary too, though. I mean, that's going to be a little bit more of a challenge for him, but I still think he'll get the targets. He'll probably get thrown to at least 15 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said with the with the Rams, they got too much competition at wide receiver for getting targets. Where Cooper is pretty much the guy there. So
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good play.
Scroll through a few names here. Maybe hit some NFL news, some of the games. What was surprising on the NFL schedule for you this weekend?
I could not believe the Saints went in there and smoked Seattle. I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
In Seattle.
well, you knew that was going to happen when he got the ball to the schnoz.
That was one of the highlights of the day for me.
Me too.
I thought somebody punched him, and I was hoping to see the replay. So yeah, Wilson went off against us too, to the tune of 406 yards and 2 touchdowns. I think he had a couple rushing too, didn't he?
All garbage stuff.
Two
Though.
more rushing. Two, why not?
Yeah, all garbage time though. They scored 2 touchdowns late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, all garbage.
What about Procise? I heard some rumblings about him, and I don't know. What do you think about the retread? How many years
Uh,
has he been around now?
I don't know.
Only 4. Never anything. Rookie, 30 for 172 and a touchdown. Had a negative 3 yards last year. Should have stayed home.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think they're gonna ride Carson pretty hard this week.
Disley with another 7 targets. That's a nice tight end to have for putting off the waiver wire.
That guy. I wish I had figured that one out.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. He's having a great start to the season.
For that Procise, if you're in a deep league and you get PPR, it might be something to look at. But
yeah, that's really pushing it.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen with those, with that situation. Who's going to take that ball? It's going to be hot hand at some point, but I like to stick with Carson. How many fumbles does he have now?
I think it was one every game, they said, I think.
Really?
3.
Oh, crap. I didn't know that.
Fumble loss, 1-1 right there.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, the coach speak is saying he's still our guy, but you never know.
Yeah.
And he's never been a fumbler in the past, so I think that's why they're giving him a little bit of leeway,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't think I think one more, and there's probably only a link left on that chain, right?
Yeah, it's probably getting close.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're putting up tons of yards and touchdowns along with it, then I guess it's probably you can look the other way a little bit, but
yeah. Craig, what are you gonna have to cut David Moore, or what's your plans with him?
I haven't really thought about it yet. Didn't really see what he did.
He had 1 point, a 29-yard catch on 2 targets. He had some pretty good love in the preseason about maybe taking some of those Baldwin targets.
Yeah, and he just came off of injury, so give him another week or two anyway.
Yeah, you don't want to give up too soon, and then that's why I asked the question, because I'd throw a little something your way so I don't have to dig through the garbage.
The problem is that's my weakest spot as wide receiver, so
Okay.
Until AJ Green comes back.
You mean if?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know his story. What is going on with him?
he just pretty much said it's going to be longer than he previously thought. So I don't know if it's a couple more weeks or half the year.
What are the specifics on it? I don't even know what his injury was. I didn't really track it because he wasn't somebody I had to research on.
High ankle sprain.
Okay.
But it was pretty bad. He was when he first got it. He was in his walking boot, and
Same thing Barkley's got.
probably.
Yeah.
And what they say, 5 to 8 weeks? But that was in preseason. With three weeks to go in preseason. So you were thinking, man, it could have been week 2 at the earliest.
Okay.
Now they just kind of came out and said week 3. It's going to be a while. So who knows what that means? But
yeah. Do they have a
Is that
bye
the
coming up?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Is that the same ankle that he had surgery on, or is that the other ankle?
I think it's the other one.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
What about Taylor Gabriel? Who's rushing out to get him?
I'll pass.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the commissioner said to me on the phone that he's good. He just became the #1 pick. You can, all right, Trixie. If yeah, you can have him. I'd be happy to let somebody else slide a little bit further to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What do
thought
you?
about it for a second, but went and read about it, and it's pretty much just a glitch, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, but I think I'm in a 20-team league in Yahoo. I think I got him on that league, but he was in my bench.
See, D-Boys made a couple of real nice moves this weekend. Got Adam Thielen for 3 for 55 and a touchdown, and why not give him another carry for another touchdown, right?
Yeah, I always liked Thielen. I had
That
him on my
carry
roster
that he
too.
had for a touchdown was a 10-point touchdown. That gave him his 4th touch on the day. So,
Yeah.
oh, it's 3. It was a 9-point touchdown. That was his 4th touch. Nice.
Yeah, I like him.
Who has his Herb Smith? I heard there's some good rumblings about him. Delivery boys. What do you feel about this Alexander Madison? He's pretty much a stud if Cook goes down, huh?
He is. I
Yeah.
watched him really closely during the Packer game,
Yeah.
and he was running over people.
Yeah.
That guy is a beast.
I know I drafted him in the Junkies League, and I really didn't know much about him prior to that day. But then after getting him and doing more research, I liked him, but I couldn't squeeze him into this draft for whatever reason.
Yeah, I didn't know that much about him either. But when I was watching him pretty closely, and he runs hard. He's he's gonna be good. They won't miss a beat if Cook goes down.
Mm-hmm. Darren Waller got a bonus touch on a rushing attempt I see for 7 points or for 7 yards. He's looking like the real deal.
He is. I
Did you
wish
see much on him in the preseason?
I did too, and the price on him just got so high. I didn't want to pay that much for him, and now
It
I don't know
just
if he's
got
gonna be
higher.
it's getting higher. I don't think I got enough.
Yeah. Yeah, we tried with Darwin Thompson with the deal that we made. We offered.
Nice trade, by the way.
You like that? Yeah, I
I
thought
did.
you
I
know.
like Darwin Thompson. Yes, I do.
Oh, we got out of him. We traded him for Delaney
Oh,
Walker.
I thought it was
Yep.
the other way around.
No, I drafted him, and it was kind of steep, but we're got a win under our belt and 170 points on the board, and pile some players onto the team and see what happens.
I don't know who your running backs are, but if you have a lot of running backs, I guess you might not play the guy.
Yeah, my thing was he didn't come out there. That doesn't mean that he won't, but I'm not convinced that that's going to go that way, that situation. And so why not just get what I do know in Delaney Walker, who's consistently a top 10 tight end when
Yeah,
he's healthy throughout his career.
and he's
So,
healthy, so
yeah,
he does look good.
yeah. Yeah, we're not taking as many shots. I'm trying to get people to quit calling me future boy. We trade away the future for good players now. Try to.
Well, there's just not a ton of good tight ends out there.
No, it's pretty slim pickings. We're torn on cutting Croft or keeping Croft, and it's hard to cut one.
You look at I was reading before we got on here about Nick Vanette getting traded to Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be a pretty hot waiver wire pick for me. If McDonald can't play, and you got Mason Rudolph now at quarterback, he's going to be looking at the tight end a lot. Nick Vanette's not a bad player.
When
I
did at what stage of the game McDonald when did he get hurt?
I don't know, but it said it was a pretty bad shoulder injury. So I think he's going to be out a while.
Nick Vanette's only
I think
had
it was pretty early in the game.
Yeah, but he's third round pick out of Ohio State.
uh-huh.
I mean, he's not terrible.
He's 6'6", and quarterbacks gotta love that. Yeah, anytime I
Yeah,
see a player, it doesn't even matter, just drafted, but especially if it's got a 1, 2, or a 3, I mean, everyone obviously is a little bit better. You know that they're at least a good ball player, and being a tight end, how many were realistically taken in front of them? 4, if that.
yeah. But you
So,
look at you look at that stats down there, 2016, 2017, 2018.
yeah, it's a
He's getting
steady.
better. He's getting
Hmm.
better every year.
Yep.
He's coming into his fourth year, so this will be coming into a contract year coming up.
Yeah.
And those contract year guys, I like them.
Yeah,
He'll
like you
probably
said,
be
it
my
never
first.
really
Yeah,
got much of a chance there in Seattle. A
no,
little bit here
and
and there, but
he played okay last year.
mhm.
He was a hot waiver wire pick last year. It never really panned out, but
Well, here, I'm just going to add him right now on the podcast, Jim. Oh, shoot, I
okay.
showed everybody my list.
Yeah.
Stop the
What was that
stream.
second? What was that third one? I missed that one.
Just go to YouTube and watch it.
Yeah,
Pause it.
oh, Rick's going to kill me. No! And everybody will, too. Except roster baiters, and we just traded for the second waiver wire pick, so I don't give a damn. Roster baiters is mixing drinks at Gallagher's right now, and he probably won't wake up in time. That's a challenge if you're watching the show, Adam.
That's a good stuff.
What other games we got? The Browns, another disappointment. Oh, I think D-Boys should be looking to get out of Mayfield and give me something for Minshew since we gave him such a sweetheart deal on Cup.
Oh man, it's early. It's
50%
early.
completion rate.
Yeah, Chubb had a bad game too. 11 for 23. Oof. Ouch.
No, it was 20. That's the points in
Oh,
front.
20. Oh, no, 11
Yeah,
points.
23 and 96. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
That's a
That's
good. That's
actually
4.
that's one question I was going to ask you is who you think should be the number one waiver wire pick, but I know your answer now.
Yeah.
Well,
Did you see it? I'm gonna make everybody else watch and rewind and try and narrow it down because I did quit it. I got off of it quick, but it's there. Once you
Yeah.
put it online, it's there forever. Keep your clothes on. Oh, what do we got on the defensive side? I see a lot of points there in Cleveland, though. Justin Burris 10, Travis Carey 16, Miles Garrett 4, but we didn't need him this week. Then you got 8, 9. Who got Eric Murray? Did somebody pick him
I
up?
did.
Craig, you did
Yeah,
have him
I
too?
had him. Well, I picked him up because I had Morgan Burnett,
Okay.
and I thought, well, if Morgan Burnett, it's a Monday night game, so if Burnett was out, then I would play Murray.
Yeah.
But Murray, I liked him last year in Kansas City, but he just, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of a slot guy. He's not a real big safety.
Yeah, he was supposed to fill in? Which one was he? He was supposed to fill in for Burnett. No, he was injured too, right? Murray?
Yeah, Burnett was out too. Yeah,
Okay.
I have
Who's their
him.
other one? Why am I drawing a blank on their other safety?
Well, Demarius Randall.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
He was out with concussion, and I think they had like one or two corners out too. They were really beat up in the secondary.
Is he a different player in Cleveland than he was Green Bay, or just a better system?
Yeah, better system. I don't think
Yeah.
he's any better of a player,
Okay.
in my opinion. But
It's worth something. We got you here, Jim. Who else do we like to see losing here? JJ, that's no fun. We'd rather see Pudding lose. This one I'm impartial to, Jim. I love you, but yeah, I'd like to see you lose. So you're
Yeah,
pretty
it's all
tough
right.
competition. Like to get into
That's
the
okay.
playoffs this year.
I got smoked.
Yeah.
So you must be happy. Oh man. Yeah, I lost by 40 points. Ouch.
Gallagher's kind of laid an egg against us, so
Yeah.
it was
What the hell's up with that?
124. It's nice to
Well,
be on the other side of that score.
losing Saquon Barkley, that didn't help him.
Yeah, that linebacking core scared me looking at it too, and they came out of it with 9-2-2. So and Thompson wiped them all out of the water. So T.J. Watt 11, I'll take that.
Yeah. Huh.
Could be 30. Well, I didn't even notice we were playing Watt against Watt. 19-11, J.J. took him, baby, baby brother. What about
Interesting.
the Keanu O'Neal? There's one we get to close the gap on Pittsburgh with a little bit again this year. What was his injury last year?
Was it Achilles?
I don't. That's what I'm wondering if I'm misremembering. That's what I thought, and that's what it is now.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah. Okay.
So I read Kamal Ishmael is going to play strong safety. Is that correct?
Really? Yeah. I don't. It
So
could
on
be, and
this
if he
site,
does, you
so
got to go
on
for
the
him.
Junkies league, he's listed as a linebacker.
Okay.
I didn't see what he's listed at on the DFL site.
It's got to be linebacker. They use the same database. We're the one who changed their. So I'll
He's got to
go
be.
in and
So
yeah.
I'm guessing he's listed as a linebacker, but he's going to be playing strong safety. So is that help him or hurt him?
That helps them. In our league, it helps them a ton. Don't you
Who are we
think,
talking
Craig?
about?
Never
Kamal
mind.
Ishmael.
I'll bring him up here, and then
So
I
Tell
will
you,
add him.
I tell you, a player who's being wasted in our league is Zadarius Smith.
He's not playing him.
Kemal
He's
Ishmael.
listed as a linebacker, and he's not going to get any
Oh,
points because he's a rush linebacker. He's not going to. He's had 3 great weeks, and he's got 5, 5, and 7 so far.
wow. He didn't get changed.
That's his ceiling, is 7 points, and he had 2 sacks. So if he was playing an end, he probably would have had 15 points.
There you go,
Oh, is
Jim.
that
There's the master list.
you
There's,
moving him
there's,
to the top?
yeah, this is
You want-
this is fantasy football porn right here. Yeah, okay.
Moving Kamal to the top.
Yeah, right up to the top. There you go. That's what we're looking at. Help yourself,
Yep.
ladies.
Yeah. Yeah. As hard as linebackers are to get.
Yeah.
But so he's supposed to start at strong safety. I don't trust him. I don't
Yeah.
trust the coach there, Dan Quinn. How many snap counts is he going to get? Yeah, he might start, but is he going to stay on the field?
Yeah, right now, Kazee is producing with right around 50%. So I was hoping he was going to get the uptick myself.
Who's that?
Demonte Kazee.
Yeah, that's who I think will get a lot of snap counts.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
like I
don't know.
said, I'm hoping so. I don't think it picked up at all last week though. Looking at those numbers, it looked like Ishmael was the one.
Yeah, he scored that. I don't know what quarter Neil got hurt in, but yeah, he scored a lot of points when he was out there.
Who we're looking up? Lost my mind. Atlanta. Keanu O'Neal, 58%. So he played 41 snaps before he got hurt.
Okay.
No, that's Buso.
Why are you showing the list?
Go watch the show. I can watch, but don't see chat. Okay. It's because you didn't subscribe. So, yeah, Keanu O'Neal, Demonte Kazee, 61. I didn't realize he had 85% of the snaps last week. I must have looked at a total because I thought he was at like 47 or something.
Huh.
Ishmael got 39. This is one I'm hoping picks up a little bit. Whoa. Luakon, 27% of the snaps.
Huh.
What was that Ishmael's last name?
That is his last name.
Oh.
Camille, right? Kemhal. He's on top, Craig. He's going to be gone. Don't waste your time.
I just wanted to look and see what. I saw he was on top. You might move him yet. You might play with some game.
Yeah. I might. Could. Never know. If you haven't noticed by our free agent moves up and down, I fall in love, then fall out of love, then fall in love again.
Why it wouldn't come up? Okay.
So I got him in the Junkies League now.
Oh, did that one process today?
Yeah, I just picked him
Okay.
up.
Nice.
They don't care about stat changes over there.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. It's Jalen Ramsey's over the flu. He's coming to work tomorrow, huh?
So that's what I thought was going to happen. I had news on that. Ardarius Taylor. Remember we were talking about that in our last podcast. There's news on him. He was supposed to start at safety, and he's a linebacker. I was going to do the same thing with him. He didn't play at all.
No. Maybe I'm moving him back down. You never know.
Let me just see if what happens with Taylor. Did he play anything? Snap count 0. Well, of course they might not have it out there yet. I don't think they get the snap counts till Wednesday.
Well, this site gets them because I was looking at snap counts before I started. Let me just see here what they had. What teams he play for again? I'm sorry.
Cleveland.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Ardarius Taylor. Why can't I find him? Denzel. Okay.
0. He played
Yeah.
3 snaps in week 1. 0-0.
So maybe maybe he wasn't ready to go or something.
He must not have been. Yeah.
Because they were all talking that he was going to take over the strong safety. And I was watching the game. I didn't see his number out there at all. I'm like, what the heck?
We picked up that Jermaine Whitehead. I heard really good coach speak about him. Said that he really knew the system and took charge out there. So I see he got 100%, but I don't know if that had anything to do with Taylor's injury. That was my news feeds were showing Whitehead was starting, so
No,
that
okay.
was the route we went. But it's probably short-lived anyway. Burnett and Randall are both going to be back eventually, right? What do you got for time frame on those? Any? I don't even know.
Randall will be back this week for sure.
Yeah,
He
his
just
is a
he just
concussion.
right. He just cleared protocol today, so he'll be back for sure.
Yeah.
And
And
Burnett
Burnett's a quad.
was their quad? Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know about that one though.
I think they said he might be a while.
He's older.
Yeah, he's always hurt though. I knew
Yeah.
that drafting him, that was a big risk because he can never stay healthy. But I got a couple good games out of him. But
What's our rule on? Do we get a grace week on IR? I don't remember.
Junkies League, yes.
I don't believe we
DFL,
do.
I don't
Eh,
think so either.
Yeah. We're
I
already
think,
soft enough on guys who didn't get their cut downs in, right? Or
but
their keepers.
I think he's kind of lenient. Like if there was a player on your roster who was
That's what
out,
it was. If we had the roster spot or something
yeah,
goofy.
then he
Yeah.
doesn't cut him if you had a spot to bring him up.
I think we changed that this year that you do get 1 week lenience.
Bandit.
If a guy being on IR, if you don't bring him up, you get 1 week. So
I don't know. It's a tough one to follow. It's hard to keep track of all that shit.
I know, and it's like, should you take advantage of it, or is that pushing the envelope? I don't know.
I don't, but there's a lot of teams that do.
To be honest with
So
you, it might be something you should do, because just think about a guy who's been hurt for 3-4 weeks, and
Right.
he comes off, he's questionable. Now is he going to get his
Right.
full playing time? He's going to be a waste on your bench anyway. So
Right. No, it's a smart move to do it, but I don't know.
I know that's
I don't
going to
know.
be kind of frowned upon, but
Yeah, I don't know.
so there is a grace period. Is that what you're saying, Craig?
I think when I was at the draft, we were talking, and I think we did change it, and you do get the 1 week grace period.
Mm-hmm.
So I have an I was talking to Josh today at work. So the Melvin Gordon situation on our site, he's listed as out, which means he should be able to put him on IR.
Right.
If a player is listed as IR or out.
Mm-hmm. We
But
have
he's
that.
not,
We
he's not
we
hurt.
have that. We have that rule worded twice differently.
Right, but it says that if he's suspended, that he can't be put on IR.
Right.
Well, he's not suspended, but he's not hurt.
But I remember
Josh,
we also made the rule that like guys are inactive. If
right.
they're a healthy scratch, they're not supposed to be able to go on IR. However, they're still listed on the site as out. So
Right, and people have done that. People have put them on IR. That people were just inactive. Like for example, Adrian Peterson, week 1,
yep.
was inactive, was on out, and got put on IR.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking
And
of
because, like I said,
suspended
it's because
and go ahead, Craig.
I was just gonna say it's just because our rule is worded 2 different ways. So, which one takes precedence? I guess
I think we do that a lot just so we can have good fights.
Yeah, I can see that.
They call it a gray area. So speaking of suspended players coming back, I'm strolling through Jimmy's roster and I see
Ben
Ben
Watson.
Watson. So
I forgot
what's your
about
take
him.
on him?
Wow. When's he coming back?
I think it was a 4 game, right? He's back after this one. Herndon's another one coming back. The 2 suspended, and then Callaway also. What do you got on guys coming back from suspension?
So, how does Herndon suspension work? So the Jets have a bye week this week 4. So is he also out week 5?
I don't believe so. I think it's 4 games. So,
Right. So if they have a
but
bye
yeah,
week,
that's weird. When is this is the first? When is the first bye week? It's after
this
that.
week. No,
It's
it's
this week.
this week. The Jets are on a bye.
Okay.
So Herndon,
Yeah, then it'll be four. It's a 4 game, not a 4 week. It's a
right?
four
So
game
he
suspension.
won't be back until week 6. Yeah, that sucks. Okay.
Yeah, and he comes in against the Redskins.
Yeah, that could be a pretty good game for him. Huh? Wow.
Do you use the tool for your starter points against or by position? What did I say? Washington? Oh, they don't isolate tight ends.
No.
That's one thing that's horrible about this site. If you guys are watching MFL, you could separate running backs so we can. Thank you. Sorry.
That would be our setting. If we were to change our setting, we could do that.
Right. You're right. It's because we have any number of those three because it's the only way we can really do it with the complicated lineups, right?
Well, we could. You could do it a different way. I think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of if you change that to the other way, then other things don't work quite right. And I can't remember what it
Hmm.
is off the top of my head, but
Kind of like my loopback editor.
yeah. Because I played around with that when I had made up like test sites for scoring stuff.
Uh-huh.
Because I wanted to separate like just like this. I wanted to see tight ends and running backs. But I think right now, because we have it set to what formations you can do,
Yeah.
so that's why it lumps them all together. But if you were to do it like you can start maximum minimums of each position, then it would work that way too. But
All right, I want to do a trade on this show. I got Gardner Minshew on the block. I got Latavius Murray on the block. Jeffrey Wilson's got 4 touchdowns in 2 games. Come on, somebody.
I was gonna say the same thing, and you mentioned more. What are you looking to give up for more?
Um, Jeffrey Wilson, Kiki Cootie. Take a shot for a shot. You take a shot on Cootie. I'll take a shot on Moore.
You see here. Oops. Trades.
Deion
TC.
Kane. Deion Kane. What do you take on Deion Kane? That's not a bad shot to take, is it, Jim?
I liked him a lot coming up last year,
Hmm. I
and
liked him
I
enough to
still
go and
think
trade for him before
I
the
think he's a
year.
good stash. He's a good stash.
Yeah, I think so too. I just don't know how long I can stash him. With having him and Cootie both.
I know that's a tough one. And you got
Hmm.
Williams there. He's your future.
Cootie's who I want to dump, but we got Fuller, so we can't.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
Wilson's going soon, unless you want him. You don't want to dig
No,
through the garbage. You can have him for a 19th.
well, their running back is coming back
Mac
soon.
Wilson. Mac Wilson. Is that who?
Care. Collins is complaining he can't read. He can't read it on my 27-inch screen. Well, why don't you put it on a computer monitor where it's meant to be viewed, you clown? I can't read it on my 60-inch screen.
I can't read it on my console TV.
Yeah. I'll ask him that. Did you try your black and white? How long we been running the show? Is it time to get out of here?
I don't know. I'm good.
Yeah.
I can go all night.
All right.
I I got the fridge is full of beer. I'm good. Did you see Collins cut Ezekiel Ansah? I thought that was a
Really?
little early in the year to cut that guy.
Yeah, I was honestly, I think I was just looking at him not too long ago. Pretty
Yeah.
sure.
I don't know. What the commission's smoking up north there.
Yeah, no offense, Craig. I heard the video
No,
quality sucks, but I'm sure you're still listening. It can't suck any more than your team.
yeah. How many wins was he going to get this year? 11 or
I
12?
Did you read that at all? I was wondering what he was smoking that day.
I know.
What's that?
His predictions. He was supposed to have 11 or 12 wins this year.
Oh yeah.
He's going to have to win out.
I think my predictions were a little closer. I don't know if I had Bushwackers up that high, but
No, I need to make a trade, but I'm kind of trying to be a little bit more careful.
Come on, Jim. Let's do something. Get in the spirit. Craig, get your Christmas hat out. I mean, just look at this team. There's got to be something you love. You can overpay, you can underpay. Tell me who you want.
Well, typically you overpay, so.
You can underpay for Jeffrey Wilson, I promise.
Yeah,
Maybe not. Maybe
I
not.
would not. I would not play him too much. I like my Chubb and Jacobs tandem.
Yeah.
Linebacker, I'm dying, but everybody's dying at linebacker.
How about a shot at Bentley? How about a shot at Foyesade?
Yeah. There's a lot of shots. I got a lot of
Oh,
shots sitting on my bench.
yeah. Well, give me one that you like for, that you don't like for one that you do.
To think about that.
All right.
I got some linebackers.
What you
Yeah,
got,
I need
Craig? What do you
linebackers.
got? Talk to me. Bring them up.
I got Kyle Van Noy. He hasn't done much yet, but he's a name.
Uh-huh.
Well,
It's the only reason I'm holding on to Bentley is if somebody goes down, he might get 3 tackles a week and be that much closer to the bonus.
well, I traded a 4th-round pick for that Josh Harvey Clemens. Just waiting for one of the Redskin linebackers to go down.
Yeah.
The guy has not played a snap yet this season. Like, how the hell do you not even play a snap?
What
That's
you
probably
playing on
a
the
a
Gruger Hill,
wasted first
Craig?
round.
What's that?
What you playing with Gruger Hill?
I know he just came off the injured.
Yeah, that's why I know you have them because I heard that news story, so I went and was digging around.
You what?
I said that's how I know that you have them because I heard that and I started digging around.
Is he supposed to start or?
I don't know. I kind of thought so, but they roped me into him last year, so he's kind of still got a bitter taste in my mouth from drafting him. And I think I mentioned the Eagles beat writers a few times now. I don't like them. I don't trust them. They're liars.
Huh.
I'm wondering if
Just
was it him? And let me see something here. Yeah, I was kind of reading before the season started. It was between him and Nate Jerry or
okay.
Nate Gary or whatever. Both, and I think I had both of them on my team so far. But Hill got hurt right away, so then I thought Nate was going to take over. But they got a lot of linebackers there. Zach Brown.
Jared Goff, they're not talking too highly about him. They did just have a good game, huh? How many touchdowns did he throw? 3?
I think so. That sounds right.
Yeah, I think he He had a good game, and Jackson had a bad game, and they both got 12 points.
That was one of the reasons that I was kind of not so hurt about Cup. I had heard that Goff has thrown more than one touchdown, like one time in the last 10 games or something like that. It was kind of silly. Kind of nice having Justice Hill. They didn't have good things to say about him though. What about Carlos Hyde?
You know, the guy keeps producing. How
Yeah.
old is that guy now? Oh, he's only 29? Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was a lot older than that.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
that's the age.
unless there's injuries and buys at the same time, he's probably not going to see my starting lineup. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of
Would-
what I'm doing with Gus Edwards. Just kind of hanging on to him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good thing to have just in case I do need him. But
Yeah.
Edwards, look, you're talking Baltimore, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he came in and livened them up a little bit in that third quarter, didn't he? Or was it fourth?
I didn't get to see that game, but
Okay. Yeah,
he's kind of a yeah.
he caught my eye on a series anyway. So, it was, but I didn't watch the whole game. It was on, and like I said, he had a couple of nice runs.
how long is Callaway suspended for?
Antonio Callaway is coming back. I
4
believe
weeks.
it was a 4-game suspension, and I think he was with the team the whole time.
Do we freeze?
No, I'm here.
Uh,
Sorry. Well, maybe we might have a little freeze.
Yeah, you were kind of breaking up too, and now it looks like our video froze.
Mine? Jim's. Craig, you there?
he's kind of breaking up, but
Unless
Are
it's
we
mine
back?
going dead. There we go.
I
yeah,
think
we're
we're
back.
back. All right, good deal. I thought I lost you. I was reeling in Carlos Hyde. I threw out an Antonio Callaway. What more do you need to see? You want to see some stats here? 90 points. 90 points as a rookie. 43 for 586 and 5 touchdowns. It's a pretty promising start for a pothead.
True.
I don't know. I don't think my partner would do that one. Carlos Hyde.
I'd do it.
1, 2, 3. Ooh. Versus the Panthers. 24th against the rush. 19 yards on 10 carries. Yikes. What's that all about? Chargers defense, they do have a pretty good defensive line. Their linebacking
They
core leaves
do.
a little to be
Yeah.
desired, but so versus the Panthers means it's at home. Then they got Atlanta at the Chiefs. Ingram had a pretty nice day against the Chiefs, huh?
He did. The 3 touchdown game?
Yeah, 3
Mm-hmm.
touchdowns.
And the Patriots, week 13. We're gonna have a bye that week, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's see if I can send Rick a text. I turned my phone off, so I don't know if I can. Carlos Hyde for Callaway.
He's going to come back and say, well, see if he can throw in a first.
Did you see it? I should throw this up. I'm going to put it up on the podcast. See if I can figure it out quick enough. And how about a media source, a window capture? Give me a window capture. FaceTime. Skype. Where's my FaceTime? Text? Messaging? I don't see it. That's a bummer. You'll have to offer it, Craig. I can't accept it. He keeps talking about Callaway like he's the next best thing, but I don't know. Hyde could probably help us. We're looking for a running back this week. Not a bad matchup against the Panthers. Did I lose you?
Yeah, I'm here. I just
Okay.
offered it. So
Okay. Well, how come I have 2 trades offered to me now? Collins. 2
Oh,
round
no.
3s for Shaq Thompson. All right.
Wow. That's embarrassing. Come on, Craig. You're better than that.
what do you offer?
2 3s for Shaq Thompson? Wow.
This is kind of fun just doing it live on YouTube.
It's like last week when he came on and he texted me, hey, what do you want for Eradicator's first round pick next year? That's kind of a wide open question. I mean, what what do I want for a first? Like, you offer me something.
I'm going to offer him Gardner Minshew for Josh Allen and his waiver pick. Wonder if he gets it first on YouTube or an email. That's a fair offer. No? You don't think so?
It's hard to say. Well, I mean, the guy, he had a good game. He
Who's
really
that?
did. Gardner Minshew.
Yeah. I think he's solid. I'm not expecting a lot out of him. But he's going to be somebody you can start. Just a solid 10 points.
He's a really good story. I mean, boy, coming out of nowhere like that. It's a pretty cool story. I'd be interested to see how he does in Denver this weekend.
Yeah. Where's he originally from?
Where'd he go to school? He was like all conference, some small school.
Yeah.
Out west, I think.
I know he went Washington State eventually, right? No. Yeah. Yeah, he was.
I forget.
Oh, here. Why don't we just click on it?
Oh, yeah.
Washington State. There you go. Pretty consistent. 22 of 25, 23 of 33, 20 of 30. Like I said, there's your 10-point average, 12, 8, and 10.
Yeah. No, yeah. Huh.
Well, let's see.
It's not going to win the league for you, but keep you in games against better quarterbacks at least.
Yeah, good bye week. He's in number 2.
It's good bye week and good development, which is, we got Wentz. If he continues to grow, we're ready to go a different direction. So he is on the trade block, but we're not going to just give him away. We're trying to peddle him for a waiver wire pick, but nobody wants to give that. So that's what it cost us.
Huh.
I think there's a few people who like him. No AI does, or not. Steve from Spider 2i does. You say you're gonna get going, Craig?
No, I said, I suppose if he wants to know what I'll give him for, or what I want for the first round pick from Eradicator Monkeys, I'll just go and offer a couple of things.
Offer it for Jordan Hicks.
As I did.
Yes.
Jordan Hicks, and I was thinking maybe doing another one for Landon Collins. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
he'll never trade Collins. I tried that. And that's his team name. He'll never trade that.
Yeah, it's his last name. So
Yeah,
He's online right now too.
What's that?
He's online right now too.
Like, come on, man, get on here.
Is anybody watching the live stream chat? Nope.
Judon? Maybe Judon.
Mixon, Chris Carson.
Buckner? Maybe Buckner.
Yeah, is he going to lose to hand gestures this week?
What's that?
Is he going to lose to hand gestures this week? I think he's going to Collins.
Oh, he plays him?
He's down by 3, so if he doesn't get a stat correction, he's going to be 1-3. If you're listening,
you're sitting
Craig,
on top, 2-1-0, Jim.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that tie holds up.
Mm-hmm. Then you got Gallagher's, who knocked off an undefeated. It's first time in a while.
Yeah, it's a tough conference.
Yeah, we don't have a hand gestures and roster baiters.
Oh, 50 points. Ouch. That's a tough week.
What's that?
50 points.
Where are you seeing that? I don't know what you're talking about.
What did he end up with? Roster
79?
Oh, 84. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
When I looked last time, he had 50. So, yeah, we all have weeks like that.
Josh has got some nice talent stashed away, I noticed today.
He sure does.
He's
got a good team. He's got a lot of injuries.
The McLaurin move, well, he was yours. DK Metcalf, John Ross, Cortland Sutton, Tyrell Williams. He's just, even Mac Hollins, Philip Dorsett.
Yeah, I know. And look at his IR. He's got a lot of good players on IR.
Coleman, Breeze. I've never liked Danunwa. Is he about done?
I hope so. I never liked him either, but Darius Leonard on IR. Keanu O'Neal's on IR.
Yeah, I don't have any pity for him.
Oh, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a good team.
Collins must have rejected it as soon as they put it out there. By the time I went and looked, it was already gone.
Yeah. He was sitting there waiting. I know it's coming. I
don't know.
So which side would you have taken? You liked Darwin Thompson, even with the tight ends being so hard to get?
Well, yeah, it's tough. Delaney Walker he's not young, 35.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's a play for this year, no doubt.
He's a very good tight end, and he'll get you points every week. He won't be putting up those goose eggs.
Yeah. I think that definitely helps cover the Cooper Cup deal. So
yeah,
you got him
and
for
then
essentially I mean, I jumped way up to get Darwin Thompson, but the fact that he didn't carry the ball this week, I'm not so sure he's ready to take
Yeah,
that job just yet.
I'm not so sure either. Um, but week 3 is kind of early.
hmm Yeah, I agree. But we're getting a known commodity, which made it real
You are,
easy. So
you are. You're gonna get points.
that's the thing. You got to get points wherever you can.
Yeah,
It's fun
yeah.
to go after studs and hope that they will pan out. But how many times has that hope turned into nothing?
Uh,
It's
it
it,
happens.
yeah. It seems to happen
Candelini's.
way more than not. So I'm almost like I say, I think that was fair value for what Darwin Thompson has done to get
That's
somebody of
true.
that caliber.
I agree. I agree.
Right.
I mean, he's
But yeah, there
got.
was definitely a lot of love, and he could be the next Kareem Hunt, and he still very well may be, but we don't have to worry about that anymore.
That's true. And you're getting points from a position it's hard to get points from.
Yeah,
You know, tight end is tough to find points.
yeah, yeah. We got two with him and Hooper that should be
Yeah,
pretty nice.
you're
I
welcome,
can't.
by the way, for
I
Hooper.
know. I was just gonna thank you. I was just gonna thank you. I could not
I
believe
got
what
so
was going.
frustrated
What
with
did?
that guy, though.
Speaking of letting a guy go too early, let's talk about that.
You know,
What,
I got frustrated with him. You know, you
let's
hang
go
on to a
back to
guy.
2018, Jim. I'm going back in time here a little
Yeah, I
bit.
want to see this too. I want to see it. I want to
Let's
see it.
find ourselves an Austin Hooper.
What week did I go to my roster? What week did I give up on this clown? I hung on to him for a while.
Oh, actually, I don't need to even do him there. He's on our roster where he belongs.
Oh yeah. Okay, there you go. That's true.
Austin Hooper. Week
Uh,
1, 4
oh,
points. I don't need that guy.
I guess that was not very patient of me, was it?
No, no, no. Not very patient at all.
Yeah, but look at how he finished for you though. 105,
Yeah,
65. I don't know,
yeah,
man. Part of
yeah.
it's
Well,
part of it.
you mentioned that progression on that other player, and he's pretty similar, throughout his career.
Oh
He's
yeah, good
so
point. 18,
1949,
49.
and then the big jump up to 71 in his third year. So
Yeah, I
I
probably
almost
should.
put that 71 as his floor at this point for probably the next 5 to 7 years, really. If depending on Ryan, I guess, in that offense, the two things combined. So.
Well,
He
that's
was that
I
was a
didn't like.
relatively
I don't like
quiet
Matt
seven
Ryan.
catch. Huh?
I I don't like Matt Ryan. That's part of it.
Yeah.
But I should have been more patient, no
Yeah.
doubt. Who did I have for tight ends last year though? Did I have? I forget. Too many leagues.
Uh-huh. Nick Vanette and Gerald
Oh,
Everett.
yeah,
I'm sure you had
yeah.
others throughout the year.
I was pretty weak at tight end. Yeah, that was a bad move.
And still Chris Herndon.
Yeah, I don't know how Collins saw the trade that early, but he officially rejected it in 105 seconds. So he was out there waiting.
That's your trade, and 5 proposed by me. And we still have Minshew, and nobody's taken Jeffrey Wilson in all this time.
Yeah.
You sure wouldn't rather have Cootie for Hyde, huh?
um, I don't know much about him, I guess.
Not much to know. Right now, it doesn't look like. I got him falling behind Stills. I don't know how accurate that is. He had, if you go by snap counts, then most definitely 17 to 32. And last week, Cootie had the edge 29 to 25. He was injured in week 1. You know anything about any tweaking of the injury? I haven't. Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah, it's all
I-
Fuller and Hopkins,
So
90% every
he
week.
got hurt against Green Bay, and I didn't think it was a very serious injury.
Yeah. Well, he's
But
only
he's been out.
5'7", right?
He twisted his ankle a little bit. It was just an ankle sprain. So those
I
ankle
guess he was
sprains, maybe
5'11".
some of those are hard to come back from. Because I didn't think it was that serious of an injury.
Right. Yeah, I know we're real hopeful
I think
for him.
I'm gonna have to call it here. I'm gonna get some sleep here.
Okay. I'm pretty mad at Justin for not joining in. Surfing the web and everything, and we might not even have echo when we do have audio.
Well, you're making improvements every week, though.
Yeah, it's coming around. It's getting there. The main
It
thing
is.
was getting that echo out of the way. Then I could move on to doing other things, graphics and placement and whatever else needs to get done on there. We'll figure it out eventually.
No, I
Get
like
Ken
it.
back on here. Maybe Jimmy will call in when he gets the high score of the week. I know I would have called in. It wouldn't have worked anyway. We're still working on that glitch now. I got to get different earbuds for my phone than for my computer, I guess. Put one in each ear and have two conversations.
God. Oh, boy.
Oh, shoot. Well, I think I'm going to say adios and stop the
All right.
stream. I'm good to
Well,
hang
thanks.
out for a little while, Jim. If you want to hang out for a little while and look at some numbers and talk about a few things, I'm just not going to sit here and stare at the computer. Thanks, Craig.
Thanks,
Okay.
Craig.
We're gonna try and do a Thursday night halftime ish, or what? Before the game, or neither? What do you think?
Yeah. Either way, probably halftime, huh? I guess that's
Halftime's probably good. That's a 7:30 game.
yeah. So that's probably about 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean that works for me. This is probably the only night you can make it, huh, Jim?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Justin. I thought for sure that he was in, but that's all right.
Oh, looks like John Van Lannen just posted out there. He said, "Good job, gents. No echo."
Oh, good.
Nice. Nice. It looks like I'm still streaming though, walking around. Whatever.
Sorry, we didn't bring up Pimp's team too much. Well, I suppose we did with the tie situation at first, but
Yeah. Yeah, I only blasted roster baiters and hand gestures.
all right. Well, yeah, we'll see you Thursday then.
See you,
All right,
Craig.
Craig. Sounds good.
All right, see you
I'll
guys.
let you know on that trade. I'm for it. If Rick wants to go for it, I'm not going to push him at it. But if he wants a running back, so I kind of like Hyde. I've been mentioning it for a while now.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
So, all right. Talk to you later. Have a
Okay.
good night.
Okay.
Bye.
Yep. You too. Bye.
That's a good free spot. Why am I still broadcasting on YouTube?
Oh, Collins.